שלום אדוני, שלום.
I would like to invite the Prime Minister and Foreign Minister of Israel, Mr. Benjamin Netanyahu, to address us.
Well, this is a very moving moment, which I know all of you share. The Knesset members who are here, the distinguished diplomats from so many lands, Deputy Foreign Minister and the Director General of the Foreign Ministry, the families of who were saved by these heroes, the Director of Yad Vashem who has documented their activities, Nina Admoni, who just told me that her family was rescued by the Japanese diplomat in Warsaw, in Lithuania. Now, you're a Litvak too? You're a Litvak too? Okay, well, I am. Okay. My family was lucky. It heeded the call of Zionism and left Lithuania in 1920, but it was among the lucky few. And the great majority stayed. 6 million of our brothers and sisters were slaughtered in the worst atrocity in history. And this is what makes the people who are honored here so exceptional. Because in the worst darkness that beset the earth, they lit a candle of righteousness. Yad Vashem calls them, these men and women, as righteous among the nations. I once visited, when I went to serve in the UN, I visited the Lubavitcher Rebbe, and he had some criticism of the UN. He said it doesn't always represent the truth. Now I'm really polishing what he said. He said, but remember that if you light a small candle of truth, its glow will carry far and wide. These people lit candles of truth and candles of humanity in this sea of darkness, and we shall forever remember them. This plaque that we dedicate today recognizes these brave diplomats who acted by the dictates of their conscience without regard for personal and professional consequence. When Esther Ofiri's mother took her from an attic in Hungary to the Swedish delegation, a young diplomat listened to her mother's pleas and immediately responded, "Don't worry, soon we'll give you protective passes." And that man was Raoul Wallenberg, a hero among heroes. On July 9th, 1944, Wallenberg arrived in Budapest to serve at the Swedish embassy. And when he realized how many Jews needed his help, he threw diplomatic caution to the wind. He worked tirelessly to save Jews. He issued thousands of protective letters and placed the Swedish flag. He placed the Swedish flag over buildings housing Jews. Took the flag and put it It's almost like Moses in Egypt. He claimed that columns of Jews who had been marched to the Austrian border were under Swedish protection. There are lesser-known heroes. They're all on this wall. And they should be known. We should teach our people, I think all of humanity, their courage and example. Diplomats like Captain Francis Foley of the United Kingdom and Hovek Shan of China and the others, they deserve to be household names. It's a matter of justice, but it's also a matter of educating future generation. So we chose to place this plaque with these brave diplomats' names here in a prominent place of our foreign ministry, because these are the kind of people we ask our young diplomats to emulate. Men and women of boundless courage, men and women of the deepest moral character. By the way, many of them were castigated by their foreign ministries, and for many of them, their career came to a swift end. But they risked everything for the truth, and the first thing is establishing the truth. It wasn't easy to do that because the truth was hidden by iron curtains of lies and deception. The truth is not always easy to establish today either, by different means. But the first thing they wanted to establish was the truth. Once they learned the truth, they risked everything for our common humanity. And for that, we and history will justly remember them as heroes. The truth about the Holocaust must always be studied. It must always be remembered. Israel works closely with our partners around the world to defend and reveal the truth about the Holocaust. We expect to do that with every country, including Poland. Above all, future generations must internalize the lessons of the Holocaust. I think the most important lesson for all humanity is that hatred, extreme ideologies, these must always be confronted early, when there is time to nip them at the bud. We Jews have learned to believe our enemies when they call for our annihilation. We've learned that we must be able to defend ourselves by ourselves against any potential threat. The State of Israel not only has internalized these lessons, it practices it. We hold our hand out to peace for any of our neighbors who wish peace with us, and there are quite a few, and their number is growing, I am happy to say, and I hope it will extend to all. But we are forever conscious of the danger to us and to the rest of mankind, of those who want to exterminate us. Ultimately, they exterminate the world we all want to keep and cherish. But in my people's darkest hour, a few noble men and women buck their superiors to save Jewish lives. Israel salutes them. We shall forever honor their memory. Thank you.